All right, Graham, you were a Moomin fan, weren't you?
Of course, man. I've still got my little Moomin t-shirt on.
Of course. And everything. Listen, let's quickly talk around everything tech this morning. Now, the interest in flying robot technology, I mean, it really continues to soar, bringing a new wave of uses for drones or unmanned aerial vehicles, from saving lives to creating new entertainment.
To delivering pizzas. Now, yeah, tell us a bit more about drones and where we stand at the moment. They're emerging uses in very different industries at the moment. Here's tech head and game designer Tsitsi Chiumya. Welcome to it,
Morning,
my brother.
man. Morning, my man.
How are you good and so?
Listen. We've been talking about drones over the past while. You know, I mean, these things, they feature everywhere. There's so many different uses for them. But I think let's take it back to the beginning. What exactly is a drone?
Well, drones or unmanned aerial vehicles are aircrafts with no pilot on board. Usually they use remote controls to have them, and then they could also use a pilot from a control station to control them, and you could also have like a pre-programmed flight plan for it to fly, or you could have like AI, more complicated systems.
That's a big drone.
Usually, in the past, they were using them in the military to offer like troops a 24/7 eye in the sky.
Okay.
And they can also in the military they were also used to
Bit more aggressively.
Yeah.
But I think this, obviously the technological kind of capacity there in military, yes, is powerful, but we've seen in business the roof has blown off completely. Commercially, drones are being used in really interesting ways. What are some of the applications we're seeing these days?
The most interesting part that I've seen is University of Nebraska. They're using unmanned drones to set up control fires, right? So what they do is that they drop ping pong balls with chemicals that ignite when they hit the ground. Now, usually they do this with helicopters, but it's really risky because you'd have to go really close to the fire because, I mean, you can't drop it far because other external factors can like hit the wind or something, you know? So with these drones, it's less riskier. And it's more cost-effective because they could just use the drones,
I mean, that's just one of the ways. Let's quickly talk about, just the rules and regulations around drones. I mean, when can we start seeing that drones will be commercialized fully?
Yeah, so we're going to have to wait a bit longer for that because the Federal Aviation Administration has issued a rule that all unmanned drones have to have a human pilot, and the human pilot has to be in sight of the drone at all times.
So physically in sight.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely rules out delivery drones or anything like that, but it's also a big step forward into using these drones for more commercial uses. So.
Is this in South Africa only, this kind of regulation, or is this spread across?
Well, no, the ruling is across the world, so like the federation is all over the world. So.
But good, I think we're going over the obvious thing here, guys. The most important thing that drones are being used for is to deliver pizza. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
We're definitely going to be talking about that a little bit later on. Thanks, my man, for joining us. I really appreciate it. Man, this is some interesting stuff, man. Drones and the uses thereof. We are going to be talking about that drone that actually did deliver a pizza.
I'm still waiting.
You can see he's like
the wins this morning.
Lekker, over to you.